Hello, and welcome to another Rangru cast. Me, Rangru, and today we are doing a 1v1 on Jamont Lair Aventi, whatever it is. It's a map with its bloody forest area. That's how I usually number it. And anyway, on the left hand side, in blue, we have Kyun as the 3rd Canadian Infantry Division. And on the right hand side, as the 21st Panzer, we got Marcus Aurelius, which I believe is from Gladiator. Yeah, I think that's from Gladiator. Anyway, we're going to speed things up, get things going. We've got two of my favourite divisions really fighting off against each other. That's the reason I've picked East Replay. And they're both pretty even Steven. Good infantry, good artillery, good tanks. I'd give the Canadian advantage in recon and the airplane department, but we're going to see how things are going to go. And off the bat, we got artillery already going smoke to cover the town, and that's very interesting using the 25 pounder like that, because well, he's definitely shooting at max range, and it's going to take him a little bit to get to the front line. That is what, 120 points off the bat for an artillery piece, so quite an expensive investment, and that smoke is really only going to help Marcus get into the town first. So it's a nice try, but I don't think it was great. And we got a recon plane off the bat from Marcus as well, which is a very interesting choice. And let's see what it can actually see. It's spotting some of his infantry popping in, but he's going to be wrestling with the 222s. Will the Piat get into position? Yes, it will. Really got a kill, yo, because it is a Piat. It misses the 233, and yeah, there goes the Piat. We got some flamethrower guys in the forest, and not looking too well, but what a crazy little push there from Marcus. You can do those rather effective light armor pushes early on, and he just managed to make a bit of a breakthrough through that road in the middle of the forest, which I just would not expect. In the town, no, things aren't looking too great. He's really just using recon infantry and 222s, so he doesn't have anything too substantial here. I mean, Lycan doesn't have a ram tank to really deal with the 222s, or he's got an AT now, but the Orc Filet are going to get close, and they have 2 submachine guns, which is rather deadly. We've got another AT gun that I think right now probably needs some recon, some infantry, maybe another kangaroo down there to help clear things up. Up top, Humbler's in a great spot, putting some cover and fire onto those Panda Grenadier Furies, knocking out the 222 as well. And second 222, they're going to be engaging one another. And really, Marcus tried to go all out with the 222 Russ, and it hasn't really paid off that well. I mean, he kind of needed a bit more beef to his assault. He still has one behind enemy lines, and his 233 is doing something. Yeah, it might get captured by his flamethrower unit. And even then, the flamethrower unit can just flame it. And that recon plane actually did a pretty good job. Good use of recon in the early game. Don't see that all too often. I still think a recon plane should be in a recon tab instead of the airplane tab. But goes so. Very good use of airplane jet. Definitely helped with that initial push. And he has spotted 222 as it does kill 6 pounder. This is going to be a little bit of a pain in the arse on the side. But the main thing is Lycan has all this front line. He's got a +2 point advantage. And finally, Marcus getting in some proper infantry, the Panzer Grenadiers. And the 221 here. And yeah, that's a lot of light armor. I'm thinking Marcus's recon slots are completely filled up. See, he's using a lot of recon. And I've seen that quite a bit, and talked about it with a few people, where some guy has an idea of just using spare troops through an A phase for 21st Panzer. Because if you just keep them at range and use support units effectively, you don't need to take infantry till B, and then you can save your A phase infantry cards for the B phase runs, which give you more bang for your buck. It's not the best strategy, I personally think, but it's just interesting, to be entirely honest. Now, mortar half track moving up, some more 222s, but he just needs some proper infantry guys. He's got rifles and stormtroopers, which can't deal with the light armor. The AT gun here is trying to get into position now. It's heavily shaken, so it's not going to get any good hits. Kangaroo up top, another recon plane from Marcus coming in for round number 2. And it's just a light armor autocannon spam which is how you play 21st Pounder A phase. They're really bloody good at it. I'm thinking Lycan could really benefit from having a ram tank. Because ram also phases really well into the later game because it does have a decent amount of armor. I mean, Trove armor isn't amazing, but it's much better survivability. Or a bit more better survivability, I should say. Finally got a Panda 35 tank, and it's just a lot of recon. It's working fairly well because it is an open ground engagement. The tank's definitely going to help out dealing with the kangaroos of some longer range firefights. The mortar's trying to get 6 pounder, forcing it to retreat. 25 pounder hitting the mortar piece, and we are 2 minutes till B phase, and well, Mark is starting to get some ground back. He does have the open ground under his control, and he's just doing a great job pinning down those 6 pounders. I'm thinking it's that recon plane. He's just spotting him, so the artillery's just coming on out. We got a Ross Brits. Well, he's bringing it down south just to clear stuff, and finally a Ram 2 tank, which is what he needs a little bit earlier on. See our mortar, just good use of artillery. And Lycan could really use an AA piece, but he may not even have an AA piece in A phase for Canucks. Now 222 just hitting up the flanks. And oh, penetration here from 250/9 as it thrusts its ray down the road. And he just needs to keep doing these prodding maneuvers with his light armor to keep Lycan at bay, keep him on his toes. Because he only has one Ram 2 at the moment. And he's getting very close to Orkfleur. That 222 falling back, and Lycan's going to be secure on the southern flank again. Nothing in the middle to stop his 250/9. The Ram 2 tank isn't in position. We've got some Mark 3 because we are now in B phase. We just got some infantry, some markers, a heavy AT gun, a Pack 43. And yeah, in that position he's going to be able to pop that Ram easily. If he can get into a good position, that is. Light armor up top for Peasy Grens, find the rifles. To capture that town, you will need a bit more infantry, and that's exactly what he's bringing up. But it's looking really good for the 21st Panzer, even though he does not have... He's losing by quite a bit in terms of points. He's on the offensive. He has the momentum to make a push happen. The Kangaroos up top is not going to be enough to stop his armoured assault. And I'm thinking for Mr. Lycan, he really needs some more bloody tanks, more armour, some more anti-tank weaponry. I mean, he's got Sherman and Mid, which is definitely going to help fight all these guys over here. Down below, it's not looking good. That 222 has just been a complete pain in the butt for Mr. Lycan. He's now forced to retreat. His Sniper Scout. And Marcus is making a headway. Only a kangaroo in between him and the 25 pounder. If he could rush this thing down the road to kill the artillery piece, that'd be a damn good kill. We've got a Wolverine, which is great choice. Great unit to pick for Lycan, because that has range advantage. And even if Marcus brings up a Panzer IV, he can't outrange a Wolverine. So it's going to force him to either get a Pack 43 or mortar if he wants to engage it in a long-range firefight. We've got the Pioneers moving in. The rifles just don't stand a chance, especially with the light armor helping out. The Stormtroopers don't hold fire. Maybe able to dent a little bit to the Pioneers, but they're just completely outnumbered. Sherman in the middle in a fantastic position. The Pack gun gonna have a bit of trouble penetration, I think. So Sherman can just sit here and take it for now. If he can actually kill one of these 222s, that'd be pretty helpful. And the 25 pounder now being engaged as an anti-tank piece. It's not extremely accurate as an anti-tank piece. I wouldn't recommend it as an anti-tank piece, but desperate times call for desperate measures. I believe as an AT gun, does it have... Yeah, I think it probably has just 1 kilometer range. I mean, there's actually no stats for the AT gun. It says you shoot AP ammo, but no way, it shoots 2.4 kilometers with AP ammo. I wish they kind of gave a bit more clearer stats when it comes to because you don't even really know the accuracy either for artillery guns when they are used in the anti-tank department. You don't really use them all too often in that department either, so it's not a huge steal. Panzer 4 in the mid, probably to deal with that Sherman and the Wolverine. Well, in this engagement distance, it's not going to be too great because the Somu can penetrate him, and you've got a bunch of autocannons, and if they all were just to rush, well, the Sherman is also here to support. So, Lycan is bringing up those tanks. Marcus is gaining that slow plus 1 point advantage. Really just flanking around the bottom here and taking this ground is really helping him. Got another round too. Hopefully he doesn't fall into the clutches of that Pack 43. And I'm thinking just as long as Lycan can hold his forest, he should be able to stop anything too crazy happening down below. Because you are effectively choke pointing Marcus through this one road, which if you get an AT gun isn't too hard. Now, the Pack 43 is in a perfect position. If he plops it down, preferably here, it can just start popping the sermons. Even where it is right now, it could probably get a few good hits. Oh yeah, it could start shooting a Sherman. He's getting in position. He did spot it, and oh, it does survive just barely. And hopefully that thing will get bombed to smithereens or artillery. Because that's what he needs. If he can knock out that pack gun, he can clear the bottom side. And he is getting the Sexton, good choice. Even getting the 2-star version, which is an interesting pick. I mean, veterancy artillery units are pretty useful. And especially in a 1v1 where you're not going to be buying a crazy amount of units or artillery because you don't have the opportunity to do so, you can get rave views on 2 stars. And it's not like you're going to be losing a Sexton. They're pretty hard to get killed. And oh, good flank around here, pinning down the pack gun and then moving in stormtroopers are getting close. Getting pinned down, using smoke, oh god. I'm not going to get out of here, yo. Almost, if they can pop their second smoke right here, they could probably retreat. But that was a nice little flank, yeah, very nice little flank. Now I'm going to be able to get back with minimal casualties as that Canadian raiding party gets a kill. Flammenwerfer here. Oh, Pioneers do manage to fight back, but they are pinned down. So the flamethrower did do its job. Stormtroopers moving in to intercept. And these 222s and 231s are in good positions. Because if they, at close range, they could penetrate. They could. Knocking out the sniper unit, that was a bit silly. He knows they're here, so we're going to see how this plays out. I mean, the Sermons do have 50 cows and these other light armor, so that's going to help a lot when it comes to the engagement. 231's going to get first shot. And, yeah, it goes. I think for the 222, he is outnumbered. He doesn't have too many days to live. I'm sorry, that was terrible. And to punish me for that terrible pun, we got a Pack 43 being brought up, and oh god, that's not good positioning. Will be able to engage and return fire? Sherman is getting closer, and kaboom! There goes one. Amazingly, he didn't get completely destroyed, and really be able to pop the second as I want to take a look up north. No, oh, track's broken. He's pretty much buggered. I think it just got hit right as I entered the tree line, so yeah, he just barely doesn't have line of sight. Let's take a look up north, because the 21st Panzer is making some good progress. He managed to push through no man's land, and he's in a very nice defensive position here. Got some good tree lines all over, got the town under his control, and now he's penetrating into middle, getting into that important forest. And really, it's just going to be this crescent forest, which is going to be the pain in the butt for Marcus, because Lycan has flamethrower dudes up the butt, and even with Pioneers, and Yeah, and stormtroopers, it's just going to be a bit of a bad engagement. We've got a flank round here, stormtroopers though from Lycan. But they are getting pinned down by a 2-2-2, so I don't think they're going to be able to do too much. That was not even meant to be a pun. We are on C phase now. No King Tiger. Well, you don't really need to use it. Well, you actually do need to use the King Tiger's 21st Panzer Division. Panzer Lair, it's a bit different, because you got Panthers and Tigers to fill up the role. 21st Panzer, you just got Panzer IVs. You have no Panthers or Tigers to really fill in that necessary heavy tank role. So you could probably get away without using them, but you might as well. Go on Achilles with some heavy anti-tank weaponry, and well, Lycan's still running. He is still in the point lead. Marcus is slowly creeping out +1. I don't know what Lycan can really do to take his back. Probably a nice infantry so to retake mid, and it's probably just going to be a long-range tank battle, as these pack guns are really bugging him up. There's probably more artillery, some more Saxons to help out, because all of Marcus's units are out in the open. We've got Panzer 39 engaged in the Saxon. As he probably has direct line of sight, yeah, because of his half-track and infantry unit. But I don't think Marcus is going to make too much ground up top anymore. Even down below, he has good defensive units, but nothing to really... Where he has these 2 light vehicles that he could attack with, but I have a feeling he won't. If he was to, though, it's a clear shot to the Sextant, and that would be a devastating kill. And now would be a good time to probably move the artillery piece. You know, he is engaged in anti-tank capabilities to fight the half-track, got pack gun moving up. Trying to get in close to kill the artillery piece. And it seems like a push is going to come up top. There we go. Knocks out the Somu. Everything else is rather light armor, so this could be a push that works well. It's just going to be about knocking out the pack gun. And he's got off-map artillery to do the job. And he needs to kill a pack gun. If he kills that, he can retake top easy peasy like. And oh look at that. The Koenig's Tiger is on the field. And well, that's going to be a pain in the ass to deal with. Just with every single King Tiger, if Marcus isn't a complete idiot, it's rather easy to keep alive. Yeah, the Wolverines can't exactly pen it. There was an Achilles over here. Oh, look, there we go. Speaking about earlier, the penetration's a 2-3 run. Engaging that Sextant, and the Sextant is fighting back rather effectively. Damn. There we go. Really be able to get the kill? Oh god, that was good. He really should have rushed up the 2-3 run much closer, so he had a better chance of penetrating the Saxon. That was a little bit silly engaging it the open distance. But damn, that Saxon is a strong independent artillery piece, yeah. Needs no anti-tank. The pack gun, engaging the Kangaroo here, it is surrendered. Panzergren gets a snipe on the Wolverine. Good kill. Very good kill. Off-map artillery coming in on the PC Grens, and the pack gun just needs to die. That is still the main problem. We still have a Wolverine up here, which is all he really needs to start clearing things up until that King Tiger arrives on the field, and things aren't going to be all too fun. Got counter battery on the PZ-839. Wolverine to secure the southern sector. And Marcus is now in the lead. He has that +1 point advantage. And if he continues like this and just defend his ground, he will be taking the match. Lycan is pushing hard, kills the pack gun, as you can see. And that's a really big gun. Just very big. It's really as big as a tank. Oh, okay, that's a bit over-exaggerating, but it's a big gun and there's some dead people near it. And here comes the King Tiger. Now, well, this is probably the best thing to do, is just try to keep it back. The Wolverine can't pan it even if it was to get over here. I mean, for Wolverine to pen, he's gonna have to get, or just to barely pen it, like bloody 400 meters or something. Yeah, like 400 meters to really have a good chance. But the King Tiger here, knocking out 17-pounder. We got a Boyter Sherman, anti-aircraft pieces, well, really just autocannons, and some Panzergrens to help clear things up and retake that northern sector. And if I saw that King Tiger here, I would stop the assault, because that's just going to be a pain in the ass to deal with. Because you also got to realize, Marcus spent all his money on the King Tiger to take up north. He doesn't have as much down south, as you can see. It's a little bit unorthodox to attack through the middle here. Even though the King Tiger could probably engage you down south, Lycan could make some good ground if he was to move up his tanks. Because there's no real tanks here to really stop him. The pack guns, yeah, but pop some artillery on that and you're good to go. You know, it seems like Marcus is the one going to be putting on the press, so the Stormtroopers aim for the PZ Gruns to get ever so close. And they are going to be engaging, already knocking out 7 guys. And it's just crazy how fast Stormtroopers kill. And there we go, bada bing, bada boom. I think there was a satchel charge finishing them off. The Wolverine is getting into position. We've got the Fokker Wolf engaged on the Wolverine up top. And that'd be a good time to pull it back. And he's not, it's a good use of the King Tiger here. He has supporting units in front, he's got a backup tank. And having a backup tank of your Koenig Tiger is always useful. If it does get flanked, you have something there to, well, be a ringman essentially. I mean, every Maverick needs his goose. And that's just going to completely stop Lycan from taking up top. Wolverine's forced to retreat, and well, if Marcus just slowly keeps pushing and just keeps the King Tiger, yeah, there's not much Lycan can do, especially if Marcus manages to push up over here, because that's a lot of open ground where the King Tiger really thrives. And yeah, he's directing artillery on that northern assault to try and stop it. But it's just not looking too good for Lycan. The rifles and storm, really just rifles getting completely pinned down there. Not doing too great. Wolverine getting some good snipes over here. And oh, Koenig Tiger just rushing up. This could be a little bit risky here. I wouldn't do this personally. Because when you push through the smoke, you never know what's on the other side. It's like entering a mystery door, or opening up a loot box or something. A loot box in a video game, it is. The King Tiger's going to be able to get the kill because there's nothing really too scary here, but if he has a 17-pounder here, or over here, he wouldn't be laughing. He wouldn't be laughing. And yeah, you just want to get the Wolverine out of there. Amazing, the King Tiger haven't actually killed it. We got an Achilles, yo. Oh, Firefly, my bad. Coming in. And oh, okay. Okay, so if he gets the Assault Pioneers close enough, he can stun the King Tiger. Oh no, he's not. The smoke dissipated. And that flamethrower didn't even really do that much. I was expecting it to stun it up a little bit more, but I guess it didn't really get much of a chance. I saw what he was trying to do, yeah. I knew what he was trying to do. Too bad it didn't have like a Piat. Well, Piat squad wouldn't actually done much now I think about it. It probably would have missed. And is this Sextant? No, he's just artillery in it. The Fireflies engaging. Oh god. Oh! Oh no. He was an idiot. He was an absolute idiot. And oh god. This is. So that's what happens when you rush up the King Tiger without a supporting tank. The Firefly is back here. He saw all the infantry behind him he had to worry about. Way too cocky of the King Tiger. Way too cocky. When you use a King Tiger, you need to think of it as a slow rave. Like the Blob in that Blob movie of Steve McQueen. It just slowly creeps up and destroys everything. Don't rush with it. Take your time. Pack things one after another of your giant Pack 43 88mm. But don't rush. Don't charge up. Never get cocky. Even if you think it's open. Because you're gonna cry. And as you can see, that's just very terrible. But the thing is, Marcus is still running, so it doesn't exactly matter all too much. It does give Lycan times to counterattack. The only thing really stopping him now is a boy to Sherman, and if he was to gain a lot of ground up here fast, and I mean lickety split, he has 7 minutes. Oh god, there's another King Tiger, so maybe that won't work. Yeah, he's bringing it up to the top 2, so I'm guessing the great thing is that when you're pushing so hard and you're making so much ground without losing a lot of units, you can save up for a second KT. Now that's it, mate. I haven't seen a Canadian dude use a plane the entire match. Now I think about it, not a single plane or a single AAPs. AAPs don't understand because the Focke-Wulf isn't exactly too scary to your ground units, but he has mosquitoes, Spitfires, I believe. Mosquitoes definitely would have helped out a lot in this match, I think. Especially if he annoys infantry, AT guns, and artillery pieces. You know, a few heavy Mozzie bombing runs would have helped out. Especially considering we're seeing this from spectator mode, of course, but not much AA here, but that's also because Lycan hasn't brought up any actual bloody airplanes to right by AA. And the post is making some good progress. The boy determined forced to retreat. It's probably going to pop out command carrier soon. Panzer 4 here to try and stop those. But the thing is, Marcus is such a huge point advantage. Pops a Wolverine with a PC4, King Tiger here, and I'm guessing I kind of kicked all morale for Mr. Lycan. And that recon plane is... How has a recon plane managed to stay alive the entire bloody match? That's because Lycan hasn't got any AA or airplanes. Even though I was just saying that he really didn't need to. Maybe one would have helped out. I mean, I think the Crusader kind of got destroyed as he rusted up. But now the man's penetrates a little bit into the mainland forest. Another Wolverine popped, and that'd be a GG. Marcus Aurelius taking the victory. 800 kill difference, which isn't too bad. And let's take a look at kills. It's just uploaded by Mr. Lycan, or Kyun, not Lycan. I apologize. And if you take a look at the kills, the Wolverine popped quite a lot, and that's because it has range advantage. But apart from that, nothing really too crazy. Losses rise. Pretty spread out of all the light armor, dishing out a bit of damage. I want to see Res King Tiger 232 killing a Wolverine. Yeah, damn. Some good kills, and the King Tiger actually didn't even kill that much. I mean, it was a break forward, did help do that. So, second King Tiger got a few kills, but nothing really too crazy from the kill department. Yeah, give props to Kyun to uploading a replay that he lost. I always appreciate when people upload replays that they lost. I just think that's a good sport. And I'm going to leave it off. Yeah, sorry for mispronouncing your name the entirety of the match, Mr. Kyun. And this has been another Rangroo cast. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as usual, please just take it easy.